So today there's a civilization full of people that are trying to survive on the side of a giant tree. Look at the size of this thing. And it's also glowing weird colors too. But for them to survive, they're gonna need to set up some food first. And thankfully, there's a little patch of mushrooms here that I guess are edible. We'll just assign the maximum amount of workers there for the day, and then maybe a few at night as well, just to keep that steady flow going. There's also some other packs full of resources that we can harvest, so let's get some workers on those as well. And to process the mushrooms, we're also gonna need a cookery. So let's set that up. And there isn't a whole lot of real estate to build here. I guess there kind of is there, but there's not a lot of room for expansion. So thankfully we can build just straight up on the side of the tree. Might as well have this be close to the mushrooms, so let's set this up over here. That should work. There's also a severe homeless problem, but we'll worry about that later. Food first. So once the cookery is fully built, we assign workers to that. And should we have some of those working during the night too? I think we can get away with that. I'm not really sure how many of each specialty worker that we have, but we should make sure to keep some available for other things that we need to do. And that seems to be working good. Let's see, there's some conversation happening here. Your men will need to scout the area around the tree. Okay, so we can set up some squads because the scout camp is already here, which will cost a couple of rations to do, but thankfully we already have a good supply of rations coming in, probably from the supplies that we found. So they're ready to scout out there. Let's just send them over here. Should work well enough. Should we get a second one going? Might as well, because there's another area over here that we can explore. Just gotta wait for them to prepare, and away they go. And this whole area is surrounded by fog that is got some dry lightning shenanigans going on. Oh great, and we're almost out of timber. We haven't even done anything yet. Well, at least that lets us get access to the lumberjack hut, and thankfully there's a whole bunch of trees around here. So we should find a good concentration of trees. 1840 there, looks good. And then we can build a warehouse down here, I think. That should work well enough. Maybe up here, because we might need to expand this. Not really sure how much real estate we have access to, but that should work well enough. And everything seems to be flowing here pretty good. Oh, the warehouse is done. We are almost out of mushrooms. What are we supposed to eat? There's a river nearby, so we can set up some fishing huts. Or a fisherman's barn, interesting. But there's not a lot of real estate next to the river over here. We can go here, but that's quite a bit of a walk from the platform. We should probably set them up here. That might work better. But now the lumberjacks are set up, so we can assign pretty much everybody during the day. I don't think we need to worry about it during the night, but we should set up this warehouse to store lumber, because that's the whole reason we put it over here. And now it's nighttime, so the shifts change, everybody goes into shelter. Maybe now's a good time to build some houses. And there is a little bit of real estate here. Maybe we don't need to upgrade these ones. At least I think that's what the structures on the side mean. So we can set up one there, but then also have some real estate in place over here, or maybe have some set up by the cookery, so at least the people that work there can get there sooner. I'm a little worried about having some houses below the main platform, because night is when the fog rolls in, and fog isn't good for anybody. Thankfully, it looks like it's a very low level right now. Oh great, we already have somebody that's physically ill. Well, that's terrible timing there. And I'm not really sure anybody is gonna do any shenanigans in the night, but we can set up plans for more forest houses. Might as well just keep the real estate going. And if we can stack them over each other like this, that might save the most room. And I guess they will build in the night, so should we have people work on this lumber pile in the night too? That would free up workers more often, but I don't think we need to worry about it necessarily either. We definitely need more rations though. At least the houses take care of a lot of the homeless problem. Accommodation for 8 residents, so we just need one more here. We can set up, yeah, right below here. That's not terribly low, though I'm not really sure how much I like that the warehouse is glowing like it's radiated. What kind of wood are we bringing back here? All the trees are glowing actually. Maybe it is radiated. Oh, hello. Outpost Ignalis has fallen. Oh, great. And it doesn't seem like we really have the potential to help them. Panic spreads through the ranks. That's not a great idea. Either way, we ought raise more houses. So there might be refugees coming in, and we should be ready for them, but it also looks like that event has caused the fear to go up a little bit, which might affect morale. Okay, gather wood from resource piles. I've kind of already been doing that. Thankfully, there's enough wood to complete the task here still, but it's also not daytime yet, annoyingly, even though it is day 2. So yeah, let's just assign people so we can take care of these resource piles way sooner. And thankfully, we have solved the homeless problem, but there's still a couple of people getting physically ill, and game hasn't given us any sort of like medical camps yet, so we just kind of have to ride it out. But now it's day 2, so now the major workforce can get to work. Oh, and the fishing hut is done too. Should probably have set up workers for that earlier. I'm really worried about working the night shift because that's when the fog comes in and I don't need any people going crazy from the fog. But there is a lot of potential for going up the tree, it looks like. There's whatever this ring of rubble is, and also looking at the very top of the tree, there's an interesting structure here, so I hope we get to explore that sooner rather than later. Thankfully, the wood collection from the resource piles is going very well, and that objective should be complete right now as soon as I'm done talking. There it is. There's also an interesting crane here that might help gather resources. At least I hope that's what that's there for. Thankfully, it looks like the rations are in good supply as well, and we're starting to get some raw food from the fish. Even though we only have half the workforce, the efficiency is still over 100%. So I like that idea. Unfortunately, there's nowhere really for the scouts to explore anymore, but let's see, how much real estate do the lumberjacks have still? 1788, they haven't really touched that. And the fishing, there's a lot of fish left, but 2.5 fish every hour, that might be a little bit slow. Although the raw food is still above 0, and they use, how much do they use for the cooking? 5 raw to 7 rations. Okay, I like that conversion rate, but maybe we will need another fishing camp just to make sure this stays above 0. At least the wood supply is looking good because we haven't built anything for a while. Perhaps we should set up another warehouse down here for raw food. Although that would be dangerous if the fog gets really high, but I think it would help the people in their transfer process too. Because a lot of people, well, I just built this, so that's why they're traveling down the ladder, but look at the size of this ladder. I feel like OSHA would have some things to say about this, but at least that warehouse is in place, so raw food time. That should give the fishermen a little bit of a break. But man, day 2 is already done. It feels like the night runs longer than the daytime, or just because we aren't really doing anything. Low-key, just waiting for something to happen. At least the houses here are looking good. And now it's time for nighttime shenanigans again, which means production down here kinda comes to a halt. But at least we built up a lot of rations during the day. A nice amount of rations, in fact. Oh, and it looks like the mushrooms might have just ran out. Well, that would be another problem, but it looks like it actually renews pretty quickly. But I will say, it almost seems like a miracle that some of these platforms are standing. Like, those supports there do not seem very sturdy. But, oh, hello, here's the refugees. People barely stand on their feet. It's a miracle they made it over here. A frightened woman clutches baby. An injured man leans on his friend. Tied it up, madman? What, did he roll around in laundry detergent? Drools and laughs insanely. Maybe he did. Them Tide Pod challenges go crazy. Fog took his mind. Great. So we can offer the refugees shelter or turn them away. Let's give them shelter, which means that we might have a few more homeless people. Hope we don't regret this decision. So it shall be. A healing quarter shall rise. There we go. Healing quarters. We should probably have that be close to central things. Unfortunately, there's no room on this platform for that, but we can have it be right above their heads. There's not a lot of real estate here, so that might be the best place for that to go. Oh, I guess these only apply for when they're on the platform, which we don't have a lot of real estate on this platform now that I look at it, but let's get a healing post right there. That should be close enough to things. And we can also start to expand this platform to be out here or the ground level one. And then there's a couple other platforms over here, which, wow, there's a lot of platforms around the base of the tree, but they're not available in the demo, so we won't acknowledge them. We might expand this one. 25 lumber to expand that? That's not so bad. It looks like it is gonna, oh, maybe it isn't gonna take a while. The builders weren't there yet. What should we do with the insane? A couple of the insane refugees managed to break free. Lovely. They shouted that the darkness had crawled into their guts and stirred there, and only the fire could purge them. They tried to set themselves on fire and burnt down one of the buildings. Oh, come on. So we can send the mad ones to the healing quarters or drive the insane from the settlement. I think the best thing to do here is take the Batman route and just send them to the healing quarters. It was unexpectedly difficult to calm the insane down and restrain them to their beds, but the healers say the worst is over. The fog hasn't taken their minds entirely and they can be healed. Oh, that's good. We should probably get some help on the healing quarters, and I think that's something that we do around the clock. It looks like we're actually out of the optimal workers here, and then we're onto more normal ones. Hey, but the platform is done. So now we have more real estate to build up here. Good. But I'm kind of surprised that we ran out of the optimal workers. I don't think they were spread around everywhere. I guess there was a shortage here, so some got pulled there, but now that the log piles are done, maybe we can pull those back. And then, there we go, assign more of the normal ones. So that should free up more people over here to do that good. And then can we get more over here? Yes, full hands on deck. for the optimal efficiency around the clock. 150 efficiency. Good, the people are being healed. Oh, I love it. And unfortunately, the fear did climb up a little bit. What did they burn down? Anything? Why is this one still glowing? This one isn't glowing. I don't honestly see any buildings missing, so maybe that was just a flavor text. That's what I hope for anyway. Ah, new stuff. Ranger leader again. The workers aren't sleeping, just headaches at first and now full panic attacks after sundown. Lovely. Set up flame guards near the buildings. Well, that sounds like fun. So we can get lighting building that can withstand fog. Oh, cool. We should probably have that be next to like essentials stuff. So City Hall can get one right here. We can't actually build any on the side of the tree. That's surprising. Should we set one up down here? It actually looks like it might cover that, but also why are you glowing? Lack of wood? What? Our wood supply is low. We can't direct buildings and construct skies. Oh, I thought that said skyscrapers, skywalkers. Oh, so we got another Skywalker scenario where it's like there was no father, carried him, raised him, but there was no father. Should we have one next to the lumberjack camps? That might keep them safe for working around the clock, actually. That seems like a good idea. And the rangers are down there anyway. So here, rangers, yes, around the clock. And it looks like, thankfully, only one needs to happen around the clock. And I just noticed the insane spiral staircase to get down to this platform here. But thankfully, the workers are very fast. The fires are lit, yes. The warm light of flame guards brings comfort, and at night people feel much calmer. Very good. Get people working on that. Okay, so now we have, hold on, let's slow down time a little bit here. We have a nice amount of hours to gather 200 wood. What's the rate that we're going at here? 3.8 per hour. So that would be, okay, it's about 70 hours. And then that should be enough, but that's only during daytime as well. Since there's a flame guard here, we might be able to assign people around the clock because that should keep them safe, I hope. Although, does that mean it'd be optimal to set up a second lumber camp? That might be the case, and probably not have them interfere here, but this is also where the light is. So this would actually keep them pretty safe here. It's not really a second lumber camp, it's just an expansion. There's not really a decent way to do this, but that's the highest number there. Oh, some people are hungry? Why? We're full on rations. Why are you hungry? And we do have some homeless, so I guess we are gonna need another house. Thankfully, we have this platform here that we can do that for. And I kind of want to see what the optimal real estate layout is. So let's have a house built over here on the new platform extension with the things on the sides. There was that over here, but we don't really have development yet. Research is required. Okay, there they go. I forget how long it takes to actually get down here. Maybe we should build houses on the lower levels. But if this fog level is any indication, when it was at level 2, we could start to see it above ground. So I feel like at level 3 or 4 might be when it gets dangerous for this platform here. 5, 6, and 7 would be this area. And then level 10, I feel like is above the main platform, which is scary. Hopefully that never happens. Or if it does, then we'll have plenty of flame guards to battle against that. How are there people hungry? We have so many rations. Just feed yourselves, you fools. Should we get a flame guard over here? That just occurred to me. We should probably get a flame guard over there. But now it's about to be nighttime, so this is kind of a terrible time to build. Although they are building stuff to fight the fog, so maybe it is a good time to build. At least we can get lumber workers over here. Ooh, but actually we're starting to dip into some unoptimal workers. I'm guessing these are engineers. Let's keep them available. So we have workers, craftsmen, and rangers. And it looks like, yeah, all the workers are in use. We have a 1 craftsman and then 2 rangers. Uh-oh, I feel like we're getting into some cult shenanigans now. A flame more terrible than the fog. The Luminarchy. Even the name makes many go pale and tremble with fear. With the fire and sword, the Luminarch spread the word of light to the farthest outposts. Okay, good in principle. They must seek out and punish heretics, whoever and wherever they may be. Why are they here? Ooh, we could let them look around, or we don't let them land. We're under the Archon's personal protection. See, the setup for this game kind of hinted about the Archon kind of cutting us off. Or no, we're the Archon, aren't we? This is dangerous. If we have nothing to fear though, then maybe that's fine, but they might see the people going crazy and punish them for that. Oh, this is a weird choice. I feel like these are the kind of people that you don't want to upset, so maybe we let them look around but don't let up. Tessin walks forward to greet the Luminarchs, who step off the Skywalker like they own the place. He bows in respect. Their commander strides toward him, gives a curt nod, and extends a hand, covering Tessin with the light. Oh, wow. So, blessing, question mark? Oh wait, was that a bad thing? I merely blinded your rangers for a few hours with the power of the light. Their impertinence deserved far worse. Tell me, did this command come from you? What? We were just saying hi! Okay, this is Tessin. So, what was that about the rangers for? For me, yes. Here's a letter of credence from Archon Valfidus. Okay, we're not the Archon. Our charter flows from his hand, whatever power you claim. Oh my gosh, I already hate this guy. By rights, you'd be in chains already for opposing the Luminarchy. However, the Eternal Light shows mercy to the misguided for now. We'll do what must be done. Every resident of this settlement will be tested with the machine of truth. Does Light really like machines? If we bring them to the Flame Guards, will they like that? How are we doing down here? It actually looks like the fog is at a low level right now. So, ooh, we can see the edge of it there. Maybe it's not a height thing, it's a distance thing. So we can still get workers here, but we don't have very many. We can set up 3 on the night shift. That doesn't really get our efficiency to 100%, but it's better than nothing. I think we need more workers. And we also need more rangers around there. So now that guard is going. And we don't have any workers to do the night shift here, so that's a little bit of a waste unless we pull back some from the, Again? For several hours, the Luminarchs did nothing, but then they began to stop people hurrying about their daily business to interrogate them. They seemed to choose their victims at random, however, not all were let go. Following the interrogation, some were taken to the Luminarchy's Skywalker. Well, I already don't appreciate that. Oh my gosh, they took 5 or 4 people? Some from the lumber camp, it looks like. Some from the fishing hut. Oh no, I did that. Oh no, we don't have any more workers? I thought we did. They took a ranger during the day shift? Honestly, I feel like the day shift, they might be needed less than the night shift, but we can still assign them here, so that's good news. It doesn't look like we lost anybody up in the medic bay, which is good. Maybe we don't need all these craftsmen working the night shift because nobody's actually sick right now. So we can dial some of those back, but then that bites into efficiency. I think it's okay, but I think we can balance out the workers at the lumber camp as well. Dial some of those back, maybe not the day shift. We need maximum efficiency there, but now we have some that we can assign to nighttime fishing, which some might say is the best time to fish. I know nothing about that. And there's still people hungry? What is your deal? But that should resume our wood gathering production. At least I hope so. We're not running at full efficiency anymore. We should definitely at least keep one of these lumber camps at full capacity during the daytime. Luminarchy released resident? Is that a good thing? Did we get him back? I think we got him back. Or was that death? I hope that wasn't death. I already want to kick him out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Camera moving on its own. Am I following somebody? Oh, he's there. Okay, so we are getting them back slowly. 1 person is fatigued, 3 are traumatized and healing. Okay, we are getting them back. Oh, good. Oh, but there's a new spot for the Rangers to go. But it's past this fog, so we should definitely wait for daybreak. And there's new stuff over here, so that's cool, which is also past the fog. So waiting for daybreak again, which thankfully is not very far away. But man, wow, that fog really rolled in. Maybe it is a height thing. It's up to the edge of the flame guard protection. Yikes. At least morning is here, but that fog is still present. Can you go away, please? I need to send out rangers. Thankfully, it looks like the flame guards do indeed beat back the fog here, but that might be until it gets to be too thick. Oh, good, it's gone. Okay, scout team, go over there. I thought I had 2 of them, though. Oh, you know what? We might not have enough spare scouts or rangers to set up a second party. That would make sense, because we're using them to fuel the flame guards too. We need more of these guys. But we're also not filling all of our beds. So the population does not grow on its own. Oh, hello. During my watch, I saw distant lights in the Vale. Could be another group of refugees? Or maybe just swamp lights. Send a squad to find them. If the Luminars catch sight of the refugees, things can get really ugly. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have let them in. But let's see. Ooh, we have less time for that. Explore the points of interest on the map before the Luminarchs return. Oh, there's a lot of points of interest. Wow. Oh, hello. People have been found. I was not expecting this cutscene to actually move. Refugees are reluctant to speak with the Rangers. After what happened, they fear heading towards Sparktown. To them, setting foot on the tree seems more dangerous than staying put and breathing the fog. Why would they think that? Luckily, the Vale has not yet claimed their souls and they allowed themselves to be persuaded. Cool, we have more people. A lot more people. Time for more housing. We don't have a lot of space here, so, well, there's room for 1 expansion there. Not sure which one is a better one, but I like that house there. And then there's only room for 1 here, so let's just do that. Can we extend the platform again? It looks like we don't have room for expansion again on this one, but we also do have a bunch of unoptimized real estate on the tree, but 2 houses should be enough to solve the homeless crisis. Okay, but what points on the map? Do we have to explore all of these? The scout team there is resting. We definitely need a second one going if we want to get all these places, I feel like. So let's dial back some people from around the clock. Hopefully we can get enough to set up a second scout thing. Ooh, but at least that one's ready. Okay, so let's see. Here we go, shimmering light. So that's one that we need to go towards. And it looks like there's more there. Fugitive camp. I don't think that's the one that we need to focus on. We need to focus on the ones that say distant light. So do we have enough for a second scout team? I think we do. And thankfully, our wood production is already halfway done and we still have over half of our time remaining. So I think we got this. The scary thing is this one. But now that we're full on rations, we can actually dial back the food gathering, I think. Not really sure if the raw food ever dissipates, but we are starting to collect that in surplus, so that's good news. Okay, they finished the exploring there. Would be nice to set up, oh, the madness of the townsfolk. A few workers are standing and chatting at the edge of the woods. Thin wisps of the fog are curling through the trees. Fog starts moving faster and covers one of the workers. Oh dear. In a moment, he starts screaming. Seized by insanity, he bursts out of the fog and starts ripping at his face with his hands as if trying to pull the mist from under his skin. Man, talk about miasmas. Others watch the scene frozen in terror. At last, they are awakened and try to flee away, but it's too late. The fog is upon them. Oh, great. You weren't supposed to be back for another, like, 20 hours. The darkness was summoned by sorcerers hiding within this settlement, and now the innocent suffer. If that's not proof of heresy, then what is? The veil felt alive. I've never seen anything like it. When the black moon rises again, the shroud of the departed shall cover the world in dread. This is not looking fun here. Maybe he's onto something with the sorcerer nonsense, but definitely not here. Song of the Black Moon, you believe those old tales about darkness swallowing us all? We should have built the engineerium long ago to properly study the veil. Since you're here, Monseigneur, is that French? Would you grant us your blessing? Can we build the engineerium now? Ooh, we can, but we don't have enough wood for that, which sucks. And that definitely seems like something that will need the most amount of real estate to expand with, so that can go here as soon as we get enough wood, which is still daytime, so it should happen pretty soon, but we only have one lumber camp running at full efficiency, but at least more scout teams are ready. So now we can get to all the distant lights. Good. Also, looking at the edge of the map, there's more giant trees on the edge of it. Can we get over there eventually? I'm guessing not because the camera won't move anymore, but that is some very thick fog. Ooh, but now we have enough for the engineerium. Good. We can build that right here, I think. Okay, the fear has still gone up a little bit. Can we eventually bring down the fear at some point, please? At least the exploration finished there. And aha, here's the refugees. A group of exhausted people huddle around a bonfire. They tried to reach Sparktown, but got lost in the rising veil. Something strange about them, it seems they are out of their mind. Yeah, that seems to be the par for the course here. How many others are still wandering around? We'll take them to Sparktown. We kind of need more hands around here. Soon they will reach the House of Healing in Sparktown. Very nice. Ooh, a lot of residents have arrived. So that means it's time to expand again with more houses. I feel like we need to not worry about upgrades as much because we're running out of a lot of real estate on this new platform here. But 2 houses should do it. We can also build here, but maybe we should keep these guys to the tree. Tree is friend. Okay, it looks like the fog is getting up to level 2, so good thing that we have the rangers at nighttime now. Oh, and the engineerium got done. Very nice. How many of these guys do we have available? We have, ooh, 10. Very nice. Around the clock work? For now, yes. So now we can do some research. Explore the fog observatory technology, which, whoa, hello, big upgrade tree. Okay, exploration, metal collection. No, that's not exploration. This is exploration, but it doesn't seem like that's it either. Fog observatory, there we go. So we need 75 wood yet again, but hopefully when we get that amount, the observatory will help us see how bad the fog's gonna be in the coming days. There's still a point over here, but that's dangerous to go to at night. Although it actually looks like the fog isn't getting over here. It might be low enough for the scouts to reach it. But I also feel like the fog isn't quite done rolling in. And given how close it is right there, I don't really want to send anybody out. It has got to be so scary for these lumber workers. Maybe we should have built this a little closer to that. Well, as long as they don't go into the fog area to cut trees, I think they'll be okay. And thankfully, that completed the objective for the find them before the Luminarchs do objective. So that's good. And there's still more people hungry, which I don't get because we are full on rations. And there is a lot of fatigue, so maybe around the clock work isn't the best idea. but some of these things also definitely need it. And the fear is still going up. Why? We need to research some social things, maybe a third shift. Oh, I just realized the observatory was under the social stuff. Huh. Oh no, the fog infects the building. Okay, so they were building, and then the fog came in, so they ran. The fog glides towards the isolated building, winding around it like a river. Coils up the walls, creeping higher till it reaches a rooftop. Logs and wind planks creak faintly, decaying away. Metal parts begin to rust. Wow, that's scary. Did we just lose a building? Oh no, it's one of the lumber camps. I thought that was close enough. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We should definitely build that flame guard closer then. Fully encompass both of them. And then we can migrate this ranger over to this one. We don't really need this anymore, I don't think. Oh, that made the fear go up more again. I hope they don't mutiny when this gets full, because that's bad. Okay, ranger here, and then, yes, that pushes back the fog. Does it save the building? Building is infected. Do we just have to trash it now, or will it go away in the daybreak? But now we can pull back this one, this ranger, which the fog still isn't a threat here, so we should be able to dismantle that. And then I hope we get the resources back for that. That also cost a lot of wood to make. So unfortunately, I think we lost this lumberjack hut entirely. I'm not seeing an option to repair it. So we'll have to demolish that too. At least it means we have more workers for the night shift. And surprisingly, it takes quite a bit of time to demolish the building. But that is another objective here, so once we do that, I really hope we can start to do things that drop the fear level. Because the people are at 49% fear, and that's not a great place to be. Okay, that's that problem solved. Okay, lumberjacks, get to it. We still need a lot of wood to finish this objective, and we also need to fund the fog observatory. But the daily production is 99 in 24 hours, and we need even less than that to finish this objective, so I still think we got it. It's just taking more time than I thought it would. Whoa, but we can see them chop down the trees in real time. So they are definitely moving. If we help them now, they'll join the workforce. Can we afford that? We are still full on rations with a lot of raw food, so I think we're good there, but it's a little concerning. We can find somewhere to put more people. There's still places that don't have a full workforce. And surprisingly, they aren't even like halfway through all the trees that they had access to. And it looks like, oh, there was another scout point that opened up. Here you go, people, more housing. Can we get one right there? It is an awkward spot. I don't think we can. We can put people right next to here, but I kind of want to save this for the observatory. So more high-rise housing, literally. We might be able to have some people start working down here. I hope we don't need to save all this room up here for places. So since we need another house, let's start to build that down below here too. Looking very orderly next to this giant ladder. It's all fun and games until people are climbing a ladder and then realize their palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy. Oh, this is the Luminarch ship. Oh, so this is where the people went. They were under interrogation. So that's what this place is. It's a dock of sorts. And then what is this objective over here? Or not objective, but it's another fugitive camp. I don't think we necessarily need more people, but hey, the fear has gone down. Oh, good. Oh, and we completed the lumber objective, so that's what did it. Nice. We still don't have quite enough for the research, but that's because we had to build some houses. So now let's just do nothing. Fog level is up to 2, but thankfully this lumber camp is still, now it's glowing. Crisis averted? Oh, is that what that means? People have made sure that the supply is working smoothly, which means they should too. So our production has gone up. Wow, and our daily production has gone up as a result. Beautiful. And now we're full on rations. Should we build a supply hut for rations? Maybe that's not a terrible idea. We could put that here. I'm not sure how big the observatory is, but we still have a spot here that really can't do anything besides be a single building, so that might as well be where the warehouse goes. And if we cover this bottom platform with the flame guards, then that means that we could do some more production buildings down here. Ah, that's what the green effect is here, close to the council. Having bosses nearby inspires, for better or worse. Not really sure what a warehouse needs to be inspired for, but I'm glad they're okay. And it seems like all the production buildings get a boost for the crisis being averted. Very nice. Okay, you rations. And that doubles our ration supply, good. And there's a lot of fugitive camps around here. I don't really think I can afford to keep taking in people, especially because we need the knowledge is light thing going. And wow, the rations maxed out on there pretty quickly too. Okay, I think we can dial back people from the kitchen. Oh, and then being close to the warehouse streamlines the logistics here. So no wonder that went up incredibly fast. We do have a lot of people at our settlement, but thankfully that's not biting into biting, into how quickly they go through rations. Oh, here's a Luminarch again. One of my brothers caught an exhausted, ragged worker today. He had no chart to prove he'd passed the machine of truth. How do you explain that? He probably left his papers at home. So backward that Archon Valfitis himself takes a personal interest. We maintain the veil level gauge. Okay, he's getting suspicious of a lot of things going on here. I also noticed that his eyes are kind of like purple. Have you been hugging the tree a little too much? A group of heavily armed rangers are willing to die rather than let me ascend the tree. Run out of patience. Now you will face the machine of truth. Oh, great. I mean, we should be fine, right? We're the main character after all. Tessin moves towards the Luminarch Skywalker. Oh, that's what these are? I thought Skywalker meant like, you know, legs or force powers or something. He looks over in his shoulders at his fellows before the door shuts behind him. We're gonna be okay, right? I hope so. We still don't have enough wood to fund the research, but we're close to it. Thankfully, this isn't timed. I just hope that we get through this okay. Okay, it seems like our building here has stopped benefiting from the crisis aversion. So now that's gone back down to normal. So we are gonna get slightly less wood per hour, but we just need 2 more rounds of this before we can do the research. At least that's assuming that does the rounding up thing for this 3.8. Oh, and we just used some? Oh, that's right, because of the flame guards. But that's okay, we're still on course. Is that guy okay? Are we okay? Is it us? Everything seems to be working fine without us. Oh, we just missed it because the stupid torches. Can it be daytime so we don't have to burn wood anymore? Thank you. Although the fog really takes a long... What? 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 What are these things? Bad doggy, go away. Very strange things. Guzzles have never come this close to the settlement before. They can devour everything in our warehouse. Oh dear. We could send a squad of rangers to search for their nest, but it's a risky mission. Dear. I don't like this. We need rangers to defend the settlement, but should definitely search for the nest. Ranger squad must locate vermin and destroy them. Agreed. Is that here? Oh, it's there. Okay, well, at least we found it right away. Is there a second one? Oh, they're actually at the thing. Whoa, 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 calm down. That guy's right there. Oh, you can actually see them. Oh, I really don't like these things. Definitely get rid of that nest, please. And maybe a couple of these other guys. Can we send the other group to take them out? I hope so. One can take out the nest, another can take out the actual guzzles, which is a weird name for them, but now they're there. Okay, good, and now we have a little bit more, so let's make use of that before it goes away again. Fog Observatory research. Yes, finally. Yesterday, Rodimer reported rangers came across a debris-strewn field near the tree. Oh, and now they took the ranger captain for interrogation. Okay, thankfully it seems like our guy is okay. How did you manage to hide the truth? So their lie detector machine is a little busted. Ooh, and then we can start to gather iron. I like that idea. And it's right next door. A field littered with metal. Sadly, both of our ranger teams are busy. I was worried the time here was kind of busted because they weren't doing their work, but it's just going up very slowly. Although not very slowly, 17% per tick. We got this going well enough, and it looks like they took care of the nest. Good. Now, can we repair this thing? Okay, thankfully we can. We should definitely repair it in daytime before anything else happens to it at night. And amazingly, it looks like the scout teams have no fear. Oh, but did somebody die from this place? That's upsetting. Did I just see another one? Yes, right there. You guys are gross. But at least the scout group is ready now, so immediately go and explore the field. We need to start getting some metal. I just really want these guys to leave. They've been here long enough. Can we just like kick them out? But I feel like that would only confirm their suspicions, whatever they may be. Exploration finished around the litter. Settlement is growing and we need even more resources. That's a problem. The extraction structures can't keep up and the workers can't venture far from them, otherwise guzzles will attack. We brought a walker blueprint. Ooh, now we're talking. And then this guy is like red tape central. Aside from everything else you mentioned, we'll also need to obtain solar. Without the engines won't run. Well, I do know we do have some of that, but I guess that comes from raw crystals, which do we get those from out in the wild, or is that what actually happens in the tree? Because all of that is purple. Well, I'm not sure, but now we can build a metal collection post, which was where? Do we need to research that? Oh, well, if we do, then we can, because now we have the Fog Observatory. I'm also not really sure what's happening here with the spotlight. It's been there forever. Okay, but Fog Observatory, where art thou? Build an Aether Watch extension. Where? Oh, right there. It's an extension to the council chamber. Should we clear this thing then? Hopefully we don't need to clear that thing. But we need 30 wood for that, which thankfully isn't as much as before, but now we can do some more research, which, the sun seed. Is that the thing at the top? I think it is. Sparktown is no longer safe. We must protect the seed at whatever cost. Okay, I don't like that, but I don't think we have access to that yet either. There's a great engineerium, which also costs a lot of stuff. Solar extractor. Okay, there's a metal collection post. And then the solar extractor is there for later stuff, but we need 75 wood for that. Goodness. I think I would rather build the Aetherwatch extension first, because we are almost about to have access to that. There it is. But it is also about to be nighttime, so maybe they should start the torches going a little bit first. Because sure enough, yeah, a lot of wood was just used. Is there cheaper research that we can do? Shipyard? Nope, not quite. We can upgrade the residences. But man, all of these upgrades are super expensive for wood. We might need that second lumber camp after all. Is there enough wood around here to even justify building another one anymore? We kind of already got burned before about building too close to the edge of the circle, but now there's actually a lot of protection here, so let's build that one there again. It does take all of our wood to do so, but it's a worthy investment, I think. Do we even have enough workers to do that? Oh yeah, I think we should. Uh-oh. I feel like the Luminarch stuff has reached a peak. Legatus has finished his investigation. His so-called fog worshippers are just random townsfolk. Some are praying, others struggle in vain with their bindings. Only one remains motionless, and this is Rodimer, the commander of the Sparktown Rangers. Oh, so that's what this performance is really about. If these sacrifices are enough to deter the Luminarchy, we're prepared to make them, or this is our settlement and we'll protect our people. I really don't want to give them what they want. Plus, this guy's cool. He's the head of the Rangers and everything. I don't really want to replace that. This is our settlement, and we will protect our people. Let them go. The shouts of the townsfolk merge into a threatening murmur. You might have kicked the hornet's nest there. The Luminarchs untie Rodimer and two others, leading them away. The people release the remaining captives, and emboldened... Uh-oh, did we just start a riot? People are so fickle. Legatus steps forward to meet them. A flash strikes their eyes, anger turns into confusion, and the citizens retreat. Okay, but our people are safe though, right? Resident left the settlement? What? I thought we saved them. Or at least I don't think it was them. This whole thing is just confusing with the light and everything. It's like, is the light good because it keeps us safe? Is it not good? Do we like it? Do we not like it? At least we have enough workers to have the second lumber camp in full production. Oh, I guess two of the people that left were working here. But does that mean we lost a ranger as well? Well, there's one that's healing there. Where did the third person go? Or where did he come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Not sure, but they're still here, so I'm kind of worried about what happens next. But the fact is, I was not about to let the cool ranger dude burn. At least if we need more people, there's plenty of fugitive camps around here. But now we have enough wood to build the, not the platform, the Aetherwatch. Okay, and it does go right there. Beautiful. Okay, and then, was that it? I think that was it. Aha, and now we have a forecast. Oh, the fog's about to get even more up there. Are we gonna need the things on this platform? We honestly might. But actually the flame guard up here looks like it's keeping all that down there safe. At least I hope it does. It would be kind of nice if these... Uh-oh. Today when I was fixing a lift mechanism at the edge of the upper platform, I noticed Luminarchs carrying something from their Skywalker. They descended the platforms with a bundle and disappeared into the woods. This doesn't seem fun. If they're trying to get rid of something, we might be able to use it against them. Oh my gosh, we're going at war with crazy cult people. I'll send the rangers to search the area. Neat. Do you not fear provoking the Luminarch's wrath further? Not sure at all. Well, our relations were kinda coming to a boiling point anyway, so I'd rather have the upper hand. And oh wow, they really push it out there to the edge of the fog. Okay. Okay, so we've upgraded the council chamber, right? Or do we need the town hall next? I think that might be what we need. We also need to upgrade the Great Engineerium, but that requires research if I remember right. I really hope these flame guards can protect against fog level 3, because that looks to be the standard going forward. But by the next daybreak, we should have enough wood to research the metal collection post. Or do we research solar extractor technology? Where's that at? That was, whoop. That was over here, which also cost 75. We also need more upgrades for the things. Engineerium, we can do that now. But let's get the metal collection post. Hopefully that didn't just absorb every piece of wood that we had. Thankfully there's still some left over. And it's daybreak anyway, so we don't need it for the burners. So now let's get a scout camp out to here to see what they left behind. It is gonna be a long walk, and they might pass some guzzles on the way, which is a weird name anyway. But it looks like they're being safe. I also noticed some weird stuff here. Is this more like metal deposits or something? Or steel, maybe? No, there's metal. Okay, we reached a thing, and we've researched the metal collection post, but I want to see what they find here. Exploration finished? Ooh, that's a body. Oh, that's a Luminarch mask. The burnt body is unrecognizable. We found some small fragments of a red and gold robe and scorched flesh. So they thinned out their own ranks. In the stuff in hand is a golden disc with an emblem of the sun on it. It's the symbol of Luminarch rule. How would you explain it? Oh, great. We just go into him directly? Well, they seem to notice everything, so they might have noticed ranger people going there anyway. Anyway, where's your emblem of the sun? Showing it to me? Isn't my Skywalker robe enough for you? We found a mutilated Luminarch body in the woods. Have you started killing your own people? Or perhaps you're not Luminarch at all. Ooh, that could be a thing. Who am I? 24601. The many armed ghosts use to frighten disobedient children at night. Oh, sees him. Aw, don't waste your breath. Uh-oh. None of your people will come. They've got their own troubles now. It's already begun, Ethnarch Tessin. You stand accused of heresy. Take him away. Oh, here it comes. What? What? Maddened screams and sounds of battle echo all around, the air thick with smoke. Are we under attack? What's going on? What have we done? No! What? Sparktown in flames. Tessin has vanished without a trace. The people are seized by panic and madness. Even the watch post at the top of the tree is abandoned. Has all our toil been for nothing? We lost? We were doing so good though. No, really? I thought we had the upper hand there. Or at least not be immediately shoved into a you lose scenario like that. Don't mess with cult members, I guess. Well, maybe you guys will have a better time building your settlement in DarkSwitch. Oh, I really like the potential of that, and I guess we know what not to do. So if you guys do want to see more of this game, then be sure to let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and sub to Intern.